Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Smart Poker's YouTube channel on another episode of Humpdazed, number 37. As always, with me is my wonderful and beautiful wife, Crispy Wannabe.
He's making me blush already. Happy hump days, everybody. Cheers.
Happy Humpdazed. I'm going to get the link out here and put it up.
I want to say hello to Kingfisher, Artman, Small Tubes, Real Red Hairs, Seed Person 1. Cheers, everyone, as they're rolling in.
Here I come with the link.
Here you come with the link. Hell yeah.
In case somebody wants to come hang out. I got a big fat blunt rolled up here of Cali Kush. I'm ready to get stoned. Let's see here. We got a few topics we can go over today. That's a couple things we've been working on that's on our minds, and thought it might be decent to go over a couple things we talked about with other things. Hey, there's our friend doing freaky things.
Hey, doing freaky things. How you doing? Ganja Ghost is in the chat. Andrew Dollins, Puffy Grows. Cheers, everyone. Cheers.
Yes, doing freaky things is the person we recently sent some seeds out to. They have the puppies that ate their plants, man.
Yeah.
That's where I know that. We've all, well, I shouldn't say we've all, but I know you and I have had that.
The cat.
Yeah, the cat's got us, man.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking too. You got your seedlings going, everything's going great. They're lush, they're green, everything's on point. And your animal comes in and says, I don't think so, not today. Let's play with this. It can be frustrating and heartbreaking. But yeah, gotta move on, I guess. Hey, Artman, how you doing today? Welcome to the show. He's getting his camera set up and everything getting set up. Hopefully we'll get a peek inside the garden.
We can't hear you, Art, if you are talking. There's Weed Never Killed Kenny. Cheers, man. There comes Art Man for a second time. An imposter. He must have two second account on there or something. Let's see here.
We have Collective Mary Jane, a fellow Keystoner.
Yeah.
How are you doing tonight? Rosanate, Cheddar Bob. Hope everyone is well, and that your new year is off to a great start. It looks like your new year is off to a great start, Artman.
I am live. I hooked up my tablet. I don't know what the hell happened.
Well,
well, we can see you and we can hear you, so it's good. You're showing up twice, but that's cool. Okay, we welcome a little technical difficulty every now and again, especially on the Smart Poker YouTube channel.
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing great. We're doing good.
We got some seeds that came up for the MIGC today.
I got to say, we're getting some good germination rates from the homegrown cannabis seed company. So that's exciting. That's really good news.
How about you, man? How's your clone?
Oh, they're doing fine. Hang on a second, I'll show you.
Awesome.
Oh, I seen Puffy said he was fixing his medic grow, his timer or his dimmer.
The
dimmer went out. Probably had an extra one out there, and they hooked up so he can fix it. That's cool. At least it'd be nice to have that fixed. I can see that. Yeah, I see him. You like them rock wool cubes, huh?
Oh yeah.
I'd like to try.
Yeah.
I gotta say, we have the General Hydroponics rapid rooters, and I'm not digging them. I just don't like them.
We had a couple come out upside down and everything else, but so after talking to our friend Hydroplanes Drifters, he said that you could put your seed in crooked, like sidewards with the 2 pointed ends, and it kind of helps take away the helmet head and it gets them oriented. But I'm just wondering how gravitropism didn't take over there, because the one, it looks like it's all wrapped up around itself. Doesn't make sense. But anyhow,
And you know, I've seen people use them actually upside down to like almost like a triangle, wider footprint.
we're getting some feedback from one of those art, man.
I know, I'm trying to close this one. Go ahead and mute me.
Let me mute this one. Oh, which one do you want muted? The one with the picture or the one without?
I want I just want to kill the one without my plant.
I'm afraid if I kick you out of that one, it might kick you out of this one too. I muted it now. We'll try again.
Yeah, we can just try it that way.
I'm firing a blunt up. We always have that shit too. It took us so long, Art, to figure out when we first started this show, we had like a 20-second delay, man, because we couldn't figure shit out. But we kind of got it now, you know.
And you know, I got to say, Weed Nerd, DWC, and Puffy Grows really helped us come a long way to where we're at now. Because when we first started, it was pretty bad. We had to have a lot of walk through, hold our hands, walk us through, and those guys were awesome to do that for us.
I'm firing a blunt up. What happened to your
Doobie.
big? Where's that big plant that was there? The 7-footer.
Oh, I moved that into flower.
Nice.
Gotcha.
I had to do it, man. It was getting crazy.
There went the other art, man. It finally went away.
Yeah, I restarted my tablet. I was hooked up twice.
Cool.
That was a little weird. I was hearing myself. So
Hey, we're no strangers to that phenomenon here. When we first started out, that would happen a lot to us.
oh yeah, it's over.
I've seen a lot of NYG seeds doing good. A lot of people getting a lot of good germ rates. I know the homegrown cannabis company seeds that people, Marcus Green Thumb, Puffy, I've talked to both of them. I think Puffy got 100%, or he was just waiting for one more yesterday. And then we got 100% cracked open. And I think, what was it, 5 of them are all the way up out and opened up. We have 3 that look curled up or still coming a little bit. So
yeah, there's movement. So like in all 8, we're seeing life happen. Cracked, tap roots coming out. Like Smart said, we have 5 up and going.
It just seems like a lot of people's having good success right now with their New Year's grow. Maybe it's just my optimism, but it seems like I've been going around and seeing a lot of
yeah. You know? And if attitude is everything, then this year is already great. Because
I agree.
We got bud smoking. We're hanging out with the coolest people that we could ever dream to be, you know, hanging out with. The rock stars of the grow community and growing plants with such an awesome community. What's not to be excited about?
That blunt's really going to tear me up. I'm sorry if you guys hear me cough a few times. I see C Person 1, Stony Rockefeller, Cheddar Bob, Uncle Rick, Anova, Andrew Dollins. Cheers, everybody. Weed Nerd in there. Ganja Ghost got a different name now this week. Must be nice to be Ganja Ghost. There you go.
She must be nice to be Ganja Ghost. I'm proud of that girl. She is awesome, rocking life right now. Good year for her too. Hopefully. Good year for everyone.
There's our friend Weedist 207. Cheers to Weedist. Nice to see you. Yeah, so Art, I wrote down a couple of things here. We wanted to shout out to NYGC and tell everybody, you know, good luck with that. There was D-Gross and Booth, Max Overdrive, and Knock Monster were the winners of the air pots on the
opening giveaway for the NYGC. Yeah.
So cheers to all of them and for winning. But we wanted to tell everybody that you can still sign up, you can still drop seeds, you can still go start a journal and follow along and grow with us if you want. Unfortunately, we don't have any links in our description because of us getting that check mark or the strike, whatever, against our channel. So I've been real scared to put up any links and shit in the description. So
I'm gonna come at you with like the Cocoa for Cannabis challenge link in the chat. You can go head over, like Smart said, it's not too late. Hell, we're still deciding on what we're going to do for the single cola challenge. Now, I can't remember, Art Man. You're getting in on that?
Yeah. I have a clone of Jack Greenstock's Velvet Punch.
That's right. That's right.
That's a
gonna
pretty
be
popular.
awesome.
That's popular right now. You've noticed how like
Yeah.
strains will take like trends, and I'm not talking like Skittles. I'm talking like just seems like there's waves of shit that comes through and gets real hot, and it seems like right now. It seems like right now the two I've been seeing is Tropicana cookies or
Tropicana Purple.
Tropicana purple or something on that little bit of lineage, or and that velvet punch, man, or a cross with velvet punch in it, and it's like, man, everywhere I go, but there's a reason why a lot of people want those genetics.
Not to mention Amy Aces. I mean, she's everywhere.
Oh,
Everybody's growing her,
she's in
including you,
Thailand.
right?
Yeah,
Oh
well,
yeah. Well, we still have seeds we're gonna grow in the future, and we still have her in a jar. So
There you
she's
go.
delicious, and you're right, she's worldwide.
she's
So
on,
that's
Yep.
some prestige there.
she's the prime reserve. We're down to like maybe a quarter ounce of it, so it's just sitting back there. It'll be one of those things I go to on special occasions. It's just nice. Got that perfect cure art. You know what I mean? It's
Oh
aged.
yeah.
It's just that prime shit, man. And I figured, like, somebody, my brother, someone stops by or whatever, I can smoke them down with some of that primo. But that's everything we have is at this point, it's got enough cure on it that it's banging. And, well, I can't say all of them. I have two strains out of the last, seven that I don't appreciate personally. GMO isn't too bad, but it's kind of a letdown from. It's not. It looked great and everything else, but it just doesn't have that potent hit for me, and it doesn't have the greatest taste for me. And then the Tropicana purple cookies that we grew is absolutely smells fabulous, but smokes like a freight train, man. Just nasty, tear your throat up.
She's a little rough,
Yeah.
so I think needs more time. But I'll tell you, we put her in some oil, and it's a nice calming buzz. I like the Tropicana purple cookies and the edible. I don't take too much. I just enough to ease the pain when you have had a long day and your body is like not today. So yeah, she's a good pain reliever.
Hey, how come the thing is the link up there?
Let's see.
It's not on my chat. Why is the link not up there?
Try it again.
Let's see. Maybe they can see it. Yeah, it's not up there. What's going on here? Somebody might want to join, and then they don't have the link.
I want to shout out Midwest Toker. How you doing? Jay Hills, Dags, 420, Stony Rockefeller. It's awesome to have all you fine folks here and chat with us on a Wednesday. Happy Hump Days.
Yeah,
Happy Hump Days.
taking it easy today, man. Been working a lot. Got some work lined up like every day for a long time, which is good. And some other work opportunities that I've been mulling over on how I want to do it. Kind of got my own business, but then I also got a long-term opportunity somewhere else that kind of takes a lot of stress off of me. But then I become an employee again. But man, it's a pretty good offer and stuff. So I've kind of been, I don't know what to do with that, and so I don't like giving up control of my time like that. It rubs me wrong. I like to be free and do my own thing, but at the same time, I have to be, it's tough. I'm sure everybody can understand.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we've all been through that.
Yeah.
It's called crossroads. You're like at a crossroads. You don't know which path to take. They may be both options awesome.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make it any easier.
I'm trying to find a way that I can maybe get the best of both worlds, because that's how my mind works, and I'm trying to think like, what can I do to make everybody happy without running myself all the way into the dirt, because that's just not what I'm about. But anyhow, that's something it's a good thing, but it keeps you away from the garden a little bit more and shit. So I'll be doing
Gotta pay the bills.
Yeah, I'll be doing a lot more traveling and shit if I get in with them guys. And but yeah, it's a little bit exciting, a little bit, all that wrapped into one. But that's about the only personal thing going on that I've really been mulling over a lot, that been taking up a lot of my mind. And it's been nice working with some newer people, that's a lot of fun. But I have a bunch of stuff wrote down here. I wanted to ask anybody in chat if they had anything we wanted to anything you wanted to bring up, or even you, Art, man. You got any what they call burning desire to talk about something that's on your mind?
Let's see. I don't know. Can you make that out?
What's that?
Is that like a picture of Mimsy I got here?
Oh, hold on a second. I'm coming over.
I can't quite make
Oh
it out.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's the mimsy.
That's Mimsarel Toast. Check her out. What's she doing down there? She's only supposed to be chewing leaves in our garden, man.
Well, Dax looks very similar, the tortie.
Ooh.
So
Oh yeah.
that's pretty
Well,
cool.
there's a reason I got the picture. I'm doing a painting for Smart and Crispy, so I'm gonna
That's so
paint
cool.
Mimsy for him. So it'll be
An honor to be able to have that. My wife found out about. She was telling her family. I'm actually gonna have a real artist. I'm gonna have some of his work. We've been talking to him about a couple things and stuff, and she's all excited.
Yeah, I got to tell my mom I know a real artist.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I'm happy to do it for you.
Well, you know what? It's weird. It's funny. My grandfather was friends with Andy Warhol's brother, so I have his brother's painting. And but
Wow.
in my opinion, it's not good. I mean, it looks like he took a chicken's foot and dipped it in paint.
It's
just
horrible looking, man. It's not something I
It's
would ever
abstract.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's just a family joke. So when I talk about, art and stuff, I say, that joke is, my mom's like, we don't know any good artists. That's your grandfather's curse on us. I say, no, now I know a real artist.
That's right. And I think the picture of Mimsy, that's a great picture of Mimsy because she looks.
Oh my goodness. And it's not easy to get that cat in a position where I can get a good picture of her. She's always doing her own thing.
Yeah.
So I remember,
Cats,
yeah.
they know what cameras are.
Yeah. Yes.
She had to go to the vet today, man. So she's not happy right now. She got she got vaccines for like distemperament. I thought distemperament was to make cats nicer. That's totally not what it does at all. Because just the name distemperament, I thought it made the cat like less aggressive and dogs less aggressive. And the vet was like, no, it's for their eyeballs and shit, man. Your cat
lung
like
infections
in their faces and shit. And that's distemperament. I'm like, get out of here. So, and then vaccination, she's good now for 3 years on rabies. Only thing you have to do every year is that leukemia shot, man. They want us to do leukemia shot because she goes outside. I didn't even know feline leukemia was like a big thing, but I guess it is. But it's cool to have her all vaccinated up. That's our best little buddy. We love her to death, as everybody can tell.
And she's new to going outside. So these are things that we're just like learning about too, having a cat, about all these things that can be dangerous for them.
I've seen
outside.
them cats with their eye infections real bad in their nose and everything, and they need fixed up. But yeah, that's when I was thinking of that, I was like, we definitely got to get all these shots for our kitty. But yeah, she's not very happy. But that's cool, Art. I don't know what to say. I mean, that's going to be one of the coolest things anyone's ever given us. Is like the time and detail that goes into that. It's a very personal gift,
Yeah, I'm in awe at your generosity.
Yep.
Because I've seen your work and I'm just a huge fan. It's like hanging
you're
out.
welcome.
I'm hanging out with rock stars, and it's just
an artist.
It blows my mind that
I can't believe that you never like. It's.
I'm enjoying my life right now, thinking I'm in like hanging out with these giants. Of just in my opinion of you all is very high.
Well, that's why I'm here, because there's a lot of nice people. There are a lot of nice people, and that's why I'm doing it for you. Because you're nice folks. So
we appreciate that.
Now let's go to weed. Okay, I want to fire up the weed.
Well, check out our plants are really doing decent, man. I'm kind of we got the American one in the chat I saw a little bit ago. His plants are on the left there.
Violet
Beauregards. They've both been topped twice for a manifold there. Started doing some videos for those, and everything's on hold, so they're just kind of going to let them grow the way they are. This side over on the right is actually really starting to rip, man. That's the cherry pie crossed with Tangy. And what we did on that one was grew it to 6 nodes, topped it back to 5, and then removed nodes 1, 2, and left 3, 4, and 5. So we're 6 colas. Now, the 2 very tippy top ones, from the topping before, when they came out, we topped them again to split that. And there's no name for that shit. It's just kind of what we was feeling. I'm bad.
Yeah, well, we were like, we got 8 colas on one plant. Let's get there on another plant in a different way,
Yeah.
just to see. Just experiment, an experiment.
Top it and spread them out, see what happens. But it seems to be going pretty decent. We're having some fun. We had some extra plants there. That's one of them things. If we need, I've been saying this to a few people lately, man. If we need 4 plants to fill a tent like that, like say we're talking feminized seeds here. If we need 4 plants to fill a tent like that, if you pop, say 4, you're gonna get 2. You pop 8 and you get 8. It's like you never, that's just how it works, man. Or you'll get 7. You always end up with more. So that's what happened there. But it's important for me. I don't mind losing a plant or 2. But it's important for me to have all the plants at the same age in the tent, just for training purposes, light, height, reservoir can all pretty much be the same, and it just makes life easy. So in the end game, losing a seed or 2, but it hurts every time, man. It's like shit.
Well, you can see those 3 party cups. Maybe you can see them in the tent. Like Smart said, we have extra, but we really don't have the heart to kill them yet. Too, we just seeing what's happening, and they make for a nice little. What will happen if I do this? How long will it live if I do this? Just different things like letting it dry back, watching what happens. I was contemplating doing the single cola challenge with one of those plants, just kind of stunting it and then letting it rip later.
We'll see how that goes.
Riding that like a race car, drive it real fast and jam the brakes on, and try to drive it real fast again, jam them brakes.
I think we all know how that's going to work out. That's pretty tried and true. But it is fun to be able to mess around with those. They're not really taking up anything. They're
not taking space, like you're not taking light away from a plant.
Nothing in the way yet. It's a lot of fun to have them there. And then the other thing, we didn't want to kill these plants because even though they're whatever age, we wanted to make sure that if none of the seeds germinated for the NYGC, we thought about maybe just taking 2 of those or whatever, potting them up and throwing them in the other tent and flipping a little early. Just this is the best time of season to be growing here, and we want to make sure we take advantage of as much on it as we can to keep the tents rolling. So
those plants I do believe are 35 days old today.
35. Yep. They're getting close to a basketball size on the right there. Nah, maybe not quite yet. I think we're going to go in about another week. What do you think? Maybe the 10th? Flip on like the 10th?
Yeah, now I want to say the Violet Beauregards are coming up on 40.
They might be. They got an extra topping though. And that one in the back there is being a little bit of a nuisance. We had to foliar spray it with some CalMag, and don't understand it because the one in front of it's doing really ripping, and it's one of those things. All the rest of them are doing great, but anyhow,
there's always that one. Almost every grow, there's always one that's like, I just want to give you trouble a little bit, keep you on your toes, I guess.
Yeah, there's always a dickhead in the crowd. Sometimes it's me, right?
Sometimes it's me.
There's D Gross and Booth. He wants some air pots in the NYGC kickoff giveaway. I didn't know if he got the message or not.
Yeah, congratulations, D. You're gonna love those air pots. I have a feeling they're awesome, and to have the germination size pot to go right into the pot up.
Yeah,
peeling that off, putting it in your new pot. You'll see how easy they are just to brush off the debris. You can put them in your dishwasher. You can wash them in your sink or hose them off. They're they're clean. Now, I use fabric pots we use fabric pots for doing our buffering. So, we have those to rinse and stuff. But when I take all the cocoa out and those pots are wet, what a mess. Yeah. I mean, it's laborsome to clean that off and get all that off and rinse down.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful for the air pots
They're
For the
so
simple
easy to
reason they're
clean.
so clean.
They don't hold roots and shit. They're nice, man.
Easy to clean, I should say. Easy to clean. Plus, like the benefits of the roots to the way that they work. They run to the side, they hit those bumps and the air, the light, and then they grow back in.
Yeah.
And that therefore all of the media has roots and
Fully colonized.
fully colonized, and it's really cool to see that once you take that all apart
Yep.
in action.
I like we had just posted a picture recently of us tearing a couple of those apart, and people were kind of surprised that you could. Right, we've been using those for like 2 years or so now, since before we came to this grow space, and they're good. I like them. I always recommend them. You don't even have to buy the real air pots. You could always get. They have like I think ours might even be knockoff versions. I can't remember, but
Yeah, I'm
they
not
work
sure
great.
what brand. I'm
Yeah.
not sure, but yeah, they do work. They do work great, and a lot of growers that we know use them, and with great success.
I got a couple things written down here. I was curious while we're smoking this blunt, maybe we could talk about them. One I have written down here is a foliar spray that we've been using on that one Violet Beauregard's been giving us some inclination that it's CalMag is it's not taking up CalMag, and I'm not sure. There's always so many things that start running through my head, but I'm curious of what other people use as a foliar spray. And this is something I learned that some people will hold on to a foliar spray recipe like it's grandpa's moonshine mix. They just won't give up they won't give it up, man. And I've had a couple people, and you know what? They did it at a time when I couldn't write it down and everything else. But I had someone I was talking to give me one, and I got to ask them again. But it was pretty simple foliar, but they said this stuff will bring back damn near any, can really surprise you on how much it'll help. But I'm just curious if people, do you guys, does the audience listeners do it, or Art Man obviously too, do you guys do a lot of foliar sprays? And if you do, what do you use for your foliars? Because we talked here not long ago about using silica as a foliar. And how you have to kind of change a little bit about it and cut it with something other than phosphoric acid and shit like that for your pH down or whatever. But yeah, I'm just curious, and I'm wondering if the chat uses any. I see a couple of people saying I never foliar. I
never foliar either. I've never done that, but I'm curious though. I'll be reading.
Yeah, well, according to Mr. Doctor, or I guess Mr. Dr. Bruce Bugby, they have there's a curve in the stomata opening during the day and lights off. See, I see a lot of people spraying right before lights off because of they don't want to they don't want their plants to get burnt. And so it always kind of perplexes me a little bit because one, you're kind of trying to hit under side of your leaves, and I know there's some going to get on top, but two, I think it's the stomatas are much more open. Like as soon as the light comes on, they open up like a lot. And then if your conditions are perfect, actually at the peak light cycle, what they have anticipated is the peak light cycle or midday, depending on whatever your time is, is when they're open the most. And that's kind of like counterintuitive of when you want to put your foliar on. So in my instances, I always like to dim my light way down, do the foliar, and then come back if I can and, turn it back up. But it actually seems to work better for me. When I have a plant that needs some foliar, it's best to have it dimmed a little bit anyhow. So I think it's best to do it when lights on, especially if you can catch them after it's been on for a little bit. I like to put I have a piece of styrofoam. It's like 2.5 foot by 2.5 foot. I put it right above the freaking plant, hovering like 2 inches above it. And then I just go underneath and spray, and any overspray hits that styrofoam and doesn't get up on my light or into a fan and all that other shit. So it's not something that I like doing. I only do it when I feel like the plant could use a little help. I'm a firm believer that if I'm doing what I need to do correctly, my plant doesn't need a foliar spray. It's built to take a root, root nutrients. So it's pretty cool that they can take it through the leaves. That's
Oh,
something. When I first learned
it's
that, I was
nice
like,
to-
that's badass, man.
Oh yeah, and it's nice to have like a go-to if something isn't going wrong, if something isn't going the right way, because you know things happen, life happens, and if you're experiencing that a little bit of CalMag deficiency or whatever, you know, it's nice to have that option because that's, you know, we're using that.
Yeah.
And we do take the precautions because we don't want that on our light. We don't want to, even though it's got that lens, that protective, the Photon Tech has that lens, but
Our buddy Lone Star Larf, he nailed it, babe.
yep, don't spray sulfur near your LEDs. We know we're trying to spread the word. Thank you, Lone Star Larf. For sure, you don't want to do that. Hey, Kate Armstrong, how are you doing? How you doing?
So doing freaky things has to pH the foliar spray. So this is real quick. I know you're fairly new to our channel and show. We grow in cocoa, my wife and I, and so oftentimes CalMag can be an issue, especially with younger plants. But so my CalMag foliar spray does get pH'd and to a 6.2 because that's where calcium is most soluble, you know, and it really can be absorbed good and put to good use quickly. And so it's a really easy mix. We like to mix our spray at a 1000 EC or a 1.0. I guess if you're on a ppm scale, it'd be 500. But it doesn't take much. If you're using like 24 ounces of water, it might be maybe 4 or 5 milliliters. It will take you right there. I like to put a surfactant in there. I still have SM90, but you could use whatever surfactant, Yucca, Dawn dish soap, whatever, just a little bit if you use that. And stir it up real good, pH it to 6.2. And like I said, then go with the rest of the steps, spray it on your plants underneath the leaves. And if you can hit the right time of day with the right PPFD, you won't see any problems. I think it's really helped us a lot, man, in cocoa. And it's not uncommon for people to see the old CalMag ripple on their babies and have to give them the spritz. You know what I mean?
The spritz.
Yeah, man. But I know a lot of people have some really cool a lot of people have some good recipes, and like some people, I know a lot of organic growers like to maybe use like a seaweed or something in there, you know. And I was just curious if people, our buddy Polar Bear, Newt, you know,
Yes.
from Cocoa for Cannabis, he had one time given me a foliar spray recipe, which I have since lost. And yeah, so but like I said, people are like, you know,
We got to get a hold of that recipe again.
yeah, we gotta some people just seem like like I said, they hold on to it like it's like their gravy recipe or something, you know. They don't want to give it up.
Hello, Hoobie, growing doobies. Jeff, Papelia, Scrub Shrubs, Moon Fog. It's good to see everybody here. If I missed you, I'm so sorry. Brian, 4:20 p.m. I know I saw Twisted back there. Ryan Krakowski.
One thing I wanted to mention
Cheers.
for our buddy Andrew Dolan's there, he said his plants look like they might need a mist of the spritz or whatever.
Yeah.
One thing is if your plant's not really sick, a little bit of foliar on it's not gonna you're not gonna hurt it. You know, it's not gonna become like toxic or anything because you gave it a couple of foliars. So even if you think you're starting to see it and you want to get on it early, you could do a foliar as we mentioned with that same recipe, and it'll help hedge your bets there and maybe give you some time to get your roots back in action. And that's just something in the arsenal for us to help get some medicine out. Ryan Korkowski, I see a lot of people here. Okay, I mix 4 tablespoons a gallon of diatomaceous earth with nearly all my outdoor foliar sprays. Oh, there you go.
Cool.
I'm having a hard time keeping up with the chat. Yeah, Brian 420 made a good point. It needs proper RH and temp range for stomata to open nicely and moist. I had to say it. I guess people don't like the word moist. I don't know.
Moist is an awesome word.
Yeah, but
Why not?
Yep.
Hey, Dabby Hayes. I just want to say cheers. They say it's their first time making a live show. They watch the replay. So it's awesome to have you here, Dabby Hayes.
I always
Cool.
wonder who watched the replays.
Cool.
Because after the show's over, we get like an extra 50, 60, 100 views sometimes. And it's like, I always wonder who are those people? Like they must just not be able to come and hang out at the other times, you know? There's Rogue Farms too. Cheers, Rogue.
It's
Yeah.
a party.
I got the link up there. If anybody wants to come on and hang out, we're still actually hitting a blunt here. My wife's chopping up some what's that? Mac?
We have Mac. Yeah, I got Mac on the chopping block. I wanted to ask you, Art, man, you did some hash wash today. Was that?
I did do some hash. That's right.
How'd that go? How'd that turn out?
It was less than I wanted, really. So I don't know if it's the strain but I've only done it twice, so there's plenty of room for error. So we'll do it again and try it out. I don't know how much I got, but it's sticky as heck. I didn't expect it to be sticky. It's unlike Keith.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is, man, is those glandular trichomes, obviously. And I thought the same shit. And it's weird because I've noticed if I cure my material and then wash it, which I gotta say, I'm one of the weird people in the world. I almost prefer hash made from cured material versus fresh frozen. And I know everybody's like, nah, man, it's the terps. I don't know what it is. It seems like it's easier to work with. It seems to just, I don't know, something about it is just, I like it.
Fresh frozen is stickier.
Oh my God.
It's so much stickier. Like
It was on.
It's sometimes it can be.
Oh, it stuck to my hands. It was
Yeah,
terrible. I thought I'd crumble it, but that didn't work out very well. It's terrible. You got to peel that stuff off, scrape it off.
Oh yeah.
I like making the hash, but I still have a lot to learn. I learned from our buddy OC Grower. He does a 14 gram. Now, this is important to mention. It's wet weight, 14 grams of wet weight material. He puts it in a jar with ice cubes and he shakes the dog shit out of it. And then that's a tester wash. And then he'll like hold it up and you could see all the trichomes all built up in the little ring at the bottom of the jar and shit. And, he kind of has some way that he tells because he has the freeze dryer and all that shit,
That's pretty cool.
That is so cool.
Yes,
The people that make moonshine take it and put it in a big jar and they shake it up. And depending on how big the bubbles are and how long they last, tells them something about the quality.
Yeah,
so there you go.
It tells them what the proof is, man. I seen that on the Moonshiner show I watch on TV.
Right.
Yeah, that's wild.
It is. It's if they bust real quick, and depending on, like you said, how big they get, I think you want little ones. You want little bubbles that break quick, I think. But that's just what I heard on that Moonshine. What's that show called? Moonshine. You ever watch that, Art, man?
I don't know. I think I saw a documentary on how they made it, actually. So it was an old guy, probably one of the last dudes,
Well, right here.
Or old timers, but
right here in Pittsburgh is where the Whiskey Rebellion kicked off, man. And they sent the tax collector out here to get the taxes for the whiskey, and they tarred and feathered the dude and tied him to a tree. And then eventually they had to send in the military and it became this big ass thing, man. And the military, they come in and calm them down, but it's pretty wild. Where they used to grow corn here and they would have a surplus every year. And it's hard to store it and it's hard to transport it across the mountains in big wagons. But it ain't hard to do. Distill it down into gallon jugs of moonshine and then travel with those and get some. And farmers are always cash poor people anyhow. So they were like, we need it. We're not giving up our taxes. But yeah, man, it's like a big thing here. You'll see signs and stuff for like the Whiskey Rebellion. And I found that quite interesting,
Yeah. People with guns and whiskey. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
that's a good mix.
Pennsylvania's steeped in the history of,
yeah, it's pretty
Well,
wild.
alcohol
There's
from the
good water
beginning.
here. Yeah,
Absolutely.
good water here. Fresh water coming and lots of hills to hide in. And
but you're right. It's like, hillbillies making moonshine with guns. You better get the F out. It's a very unsettling feeling when you're just hanging out, cruising along in the woods, in your woods buggy with your buddies, and you come across the still. And you know you're not supposed to be, you're like, holy shit, let's get the F out of here.
Yeah, man.
You
You're
don't
looking
want to be coming across that and trip some wire. And,
exactly. As I said, they got the
They got
shotgun
big
blast
shots.
set up. They got the whole 9 yards ready to go, probably. And those bear cameras in the tree, the game cameras. They
Well, you heard
Well,
the song Copperhead Road, right?
oh yeah.
Copperhead Road.
I'm talking way back. Like I don't get out in the woods like that. Like I once did, which is sad, but yeah, you get way back in the deep woods in Pennsylvania, of the Pennsylvania wilds, and never know what you'll find.
I think Pennsylvania was big for rye whiskey, condensing rye whiskey. But yeah, those dudes making whiskey they don't mess around, man. But it's strong stuff. It's way too. I don't drink, man. A little bit of that shit. Holy hell, I'll be howling at the moon out there in the yard, man. I take a shot of that stuff. But they put like yeah, man. They put the goods like they make apple pie, moonshine, different kinds, and they'll have like a real big sprig of cinnamon in there, and it's really good. Like it doesn't really. It's all. I don't know. It burns some, but it's very enjoyable. It's kind of like the after effect when you breathe out, kind of feel it then. But I don't know. That good moonshine's it can really trip you up, man. Because before you know it, old Smot's ears are red.
Yeah, stay away from that craziness.
Yeah. The moonshine. This is a weed show, huh? Not a moonshine.
I'm not a drinker. No, not
Yeah,
a
I'm
drinker.
I'm not
drinking
into
at all.
that anymore.
Matter of fact, I'm smoking a doob right now. Everybody light your doob.
Yeah, the weed's much better. Hell
We're gonna
yeah.
get ready to roll that one up right there. Let me
Yeah,
go
yeah.
grab this and this. And yeah, I got what else we got written down here? You know what? It's funny because we wrote down about the hash making. This past week we had that big cold spell.
Oh yeah.
If it wasn't so, we wouldn't have been so busy. That would have been a good time to make some hash, man, when it's cold like that. So that's the other thing too, man. We only like to wash in the summertime or in the wintertime. So we save everything up. And then
And you know what? I didn't save any of the recent trim. We have that Magobi trim tray, and I want to like get the
dry sift.
dry sift off of it. So we have material that we're gonna do that with. So I didn't save any of that, but I do have Amy Aces and Matanuska Thunder in the freezer that we just trimmed that and threw the wet trim right into the freezer.
It's ready to wash.
It's ready to go through the wash. But yeah, we're gonna
I like setting them buckets
do
outside
that.
until they get a nice thick disc on top where I have to kind of like boom, 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 bust the disc off the top, throw it out. Then I know that water's super blistering cold. So then we try to only use like I call it a double handful. You put your hand together like you're going to drink out of them, get a nice double hand of ice. And that's about all I really like to put in there, I guess, to like maintain that cold temperature. But I can't wait to just do it outside on the picnic table during the day. That'll be nice. Then I think you could really focus a little more and not need a light on your head and shit. It's just weird, but it was brutal cold. Yeah.
Well, you want your water to be really, really cold.
Well, that's the nice thing. When you're outside like
Yeah.
that, your bags are cold. Your little 25 micron pad is cold. Your spoon is cold. Everything's cold all the time. And it's not like we try to bring them in and take them out real quick and get everything cold in the back porch, and then bring them in right by the back door and do the hash, and then while we're washing, we'll take our bags back outside and shit. And it just gets to be a lot. But
I found that wearing like gloves that you wear for washing dishes and keeping your spoon cold, like Smot said, was like, those are tips for running that fresh frozen because some of that is so sticky. It's like, it's so unenjoyable because it ruins the micron screen. It gets so gummed up in there. You're like, well, screw this. I don't even feel like taking it.
Yep.
Apart, scraping it all down. And
temperature is key, man.
Temperature is key when you're working with that stuff.
And you know what I haven't done yet is modified my washer tube. It's still got the wrinkles in it, man.
I got the black one, but you can't get one too heavy because the little fitting on the inside is made of plastic and it can break fairly easy.
So you got to be careful how hard you crank it down. Eagle Gardens was talking to us about that whenever I was on his show a couple moons back. He was showing us actually how he had his fittings and how he redid his from a rippled drain hose to a smooth drain hose. But I think he said the same thing. Got to be careful when you open that up and get in there not to bust that, you know, because it goes up inside like as one piece, right?
Yeah, that's not hard to do. I meant that you don't want to get a too heavy of a black hose because if you try to flex it on the outside of it, you might crack the fitting on the inside of the machine. That's all.
Oh, yeah.
So it's got to be pliable, like rubber.
Well, I just got lighter. You get
Okay.
real heavy, thick stuff. It's not pliable at all, and you could actually crack it on the inside. So be careful. That's all.
Because they were.
But it's easy to fix. It's easy to get to. You just cut the one that goes with it and put a hose clamp on another hose that's right up in there. So
I wanted
nice
to put
access port. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to put like an Easton valve on the end of it, man. You know, like on, you know what that is, right? The little.
No, I don't. What is that?
It's like the little handle valve. Whenever it's in line with the water pipe, it's on, and then you grab it and you turn it to the right. It's just a little bar style turn off valve. There's probably one. What you probably turn one on to your inside or your outdoor hose hookups. Like inside my basement, there's a lot of those, and I think that's what they're called, right? The Easton valves. But anyhow, I wanted to put one of those on. You just put it down, and
We got a plumber in the house.
give yourself like 6-8 inches, and then you never really have to hook it to the side or anything. You just kind of turn that valve, and boom, away she goes, man. You know, and close it off, fill her back up, and run again, and keep going like that. But I think that's a modification I need to do. But you're right. The washer, as far as it's, how do I want to say it, the build quality on that washer it leaves a lot to be desired. So I'm worrisome about taking it apart and everything else, you know?
Well, we've made.
Well, you don't. It's just a little hatch on the back. It's 2 screws. It's really easy. Easy access, no problem.
I have to get in there and put the.
That's good to
Put the
know.
moves on
That's good. We've made the mistake of overfilling it, and it just shut off, and we didn't know why. We thought we totally broke it, but here it was just overfull.
Too much material.
Too much material. We're trying to go too quick, run too much through. You know, it's sometimes an all-day affair to make that hash.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and it takes
We had a
hours
whole
depending
bunch
on how
of.
much material you're running through. And it's just such a small wash.
We had a
washer.
whole bunch of material, man. We just tried to dump. We split it up into like 3 loads, thinking we'll just do 3 big loads. You know, it should have been more like 6 loads because it did. It shut it down. It got all jammed up in the bottom where the thing spins. You know, the little spinner. It was stuck. Like there was like shit stuck under there, and it ended up being a whole mess, man. I had to pull it all out by hand, drain it off, pull it all out by hand.
But we were great. We were happy to learn that thing fired right back up, and we went right along doing the process that we set out to do. So, but yeah, that was like, damn, we have all this material ready to go. We're all set up. We're halfway through this, and that happened. Don't do like us. That's another tip for you. Do not ever pack your small washer, washer.
Well, we had one of those bags, man, that they sell bags that you put your material in, and then you put it in there and then wash it while it's inside that bag. Well, I tried that, and the bag busted the zipper part broke, like, I don't know, second wash in, and it worked its way loose about 2 inches. And I was like, screw it. We're just going back to putting it back in there. I like it in there. I like to have a room to move around, to get all the surfaces covered. And I don't know, it just feels better when it's not in the bag. Maybe it's all in my head, but I don't like washing the shit with my material inside a bag and then that inside of a washer. I think they know what I'm talking about.
I did it both ways today, and I'll tell you what, the one where you throw it in the washer is incredibly messy. You got to scoop out all the weed all over the place. So I used the work bag, and we actually did better on the second one with the work bag. So there you go.
It's a
Yeah.
win-win in that case, because I too do not like cleaning out all that shit. It does get everywhere.
It is. It clogs up the drain holes, and
Yeah, I throw a screen in my sink and I turn that thing upside down and get my sprayer and I just spray the hell out of it and all that shit coming out and to get some of that stuff, because it's very messy.
So
And to
here,
hear the return on using the bag, it makes me want to revisit the next time we do make hash to maybe try the work bag.
I'm curious if the listeners in chat and shit, Devians like dry sift or hash better. And I guess
Bubble hash.
that's really not a fair comparison.
Yeah.
If you're gonna, I guess, press it afterwards, it might be a little different. But that's a road we don't really go down much. But
Well, we used to save all of our material and use it for making hash.
Mhm.
Now we have that Magobi tray.
Weedner showed us how
Yeah.
he uses a back massager too and puts it on there and vibrates it. And now he's actually made he's moved up to like a different contraption. But it's a good idea. And I was really surprised how much sift goes through that, how much you get back off of that shit, man. And I enjoyed that sift. So we figured that's a little easier. Let's just do that. We got plenty of buds right now, but something about the bubble hash, dude. I like that shit. And I gave a dude that I was working with a piece of bubble hash, and he was like, he loved it, man. And it's not something you find a lot around here.
I can't wait. I cannot wait to try it. That's for sure. It is a lot of work too. It took 3-4 hours.
Yeah, man.
You're right, but it is worth it. It's the taste. It's like no other. It's just goodness.
Getting that wrist snap down really helps make the process expedites the process. Where you can just boom, 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 and you get that water to jump in the bag, and it goes right through. Boom, boom, boom. I remember when we first did this, I was leaving the one bag sit overnight sometimes until it would all drain out, and it still wouldn't be drained out. Then I was watching, and I've seen that dude. I don't know if it was Bubble Bag Dude or somebody was on YouTube was popping their wrist like that. And I'm like, get the hell out. We started doing it. It really sped the process up for us a lot. But that's
25 takes a long time to drain. It does. I'm glad you said that. I need to look at that.
Yeah, you really
yeah.
gotta get that wrist snap down, man. You kind of want to jump the water, huh, babe?
Yeah, I'm wondering, I don't know if you got it on. We actually made a hash video.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you got that on the video or not.
I don't know. I haven't watched that in a while. We'll maybe do another one on the show or something. But
that is definitely something that you want to look into, because like Smart said, it saved us a lot of time.
We're very, very novice hash makers over here, Art, man. Seriously, dude, like it's always a learning experience every time we do it, right?
Oh yeah.
And
I mean, I was looking at pictures of when we first, like our first run, we beat the hell out of it. We had green foam, like 4 inches thick. You could pull it in your hand. It was like bubbles from a bubble bath. And we just ruined all that. But
there's some people on CFC that do a lot of making hash, EG.
Rowdy
OC
just got done doing hash, I think.
And some of them
did.
He
got a lot too. He had a great return. He had Amy Aces, said it was like sand.
Yeah.
We got some frozen. I'm
and
excited.
I know we have some frozen. I wish that she was like, we're just gonna have to grow some more so that we can make more hash. I wish I had more material for her that was that I could compare, like Smart said, that we have just dried and cured, and so we can compare the fresh frozen. But I know that Rowdy said that would be a good one for fresh frozen. I don't think he's a fan of the fresh frozen either. Like I might be speaking out of turn, so don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, I don't know what it is. It seemed to like I just liked it better. But you know,
But that fresh frozen, it tastes amazing.
oh my
It
God,
is the taste is better
It
in
is.
my opinion.
it
Now to clean it and everything, it's not the best to play with, but it's so
Here's the other thing, Art.
Yummy.
I've never pressed anything that looks like what them guys show me. Like I think I forget who I
Well,
was pressing. Oh, it was on Caribou Heart and G Bay and them show that High and Tight that one day was on there. And I seen OC Grower was pressing his stuff too. And it was coming off like
butter.
straight melted butter is almost what it looked like. And I'm thinking, I've never
Oh.
pressed anything that looked like
Golden
that.
heaven, absolutely
Yeah.
golden heaven. But he has,
Yeah.
you know, you talk about OC grower. He grows and he takes a whole harvest and
Yeah.
uses it just for that.
Yeah.
So
We
he's
gotta
not,
get
you know, I'm saving, you know, most of mine for flower. So I'm using trim and some bud, but he does that and then he makes the bubble hash and then he presses that. That's what gets him the gold, and it's beautiful too.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of fun to watch
To watch that is
Yeah.
gratifying, and just to watch it ooze out of the press. Oh,
and we don't even do dabs that much, but just to see, I always think of it as condensed because you know we don't really we're trichome farmers really, right? So you're getting rid of all the green biomass and shit that you don't really need to inhale and into your lungs. So I mean, I get it. I really appreciate.
the pure form.
Oh yeah, I really super appreciate the dabs and shit like that. But I do smoke just a lot of joints, you know. But that's a good fun process, man.
Yeah, we got to break out the press someday and give that a good old try again. We're novices at that too, kind of learning as we go with temperatures.
A lot of blowouts on that, man. But we've learned a lot on that too. Pre presses and shit. Some buds seem to do better. Buds that were a little bit wetter didn't taste good, man. It tasted like green chlorophyll because it was wet, you know. And then we had some buds that were a little drier and really come off nice, but they didn't get much of a yield. There wasn't a whole bunch there, and I felt like, you know, just maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe that ain't good for pressing, but
I pressed some that was about halfway through the try. I tried to go 7 to 10 days. It was probably about 4. And I pressed that and I got great yield out of that. And it tasted really good. So it was already past the chlorophyll stage, I think. So, but I got a lot of return out of that. But that's just pressing flower. So
see, there's G-Bay and them, they're talking about it. And I know Weed Nerd has a lot of information too. I think he can understand Frenchie because where he's from, huh?
Yeah, he speaks French.
He speaks French Canadian or something. And so he understood it, but he's kind of like digested a lot of that information and sent it over our way. G-Bay said it right there. He's getting 25% flower raws return, skip the hash process. Yeah. Sometimes it's fun. See, that's the thing when you have some extra buds, because we don't sell and shit. So we grow more than we can kind of smoke a lot of times, and we're sitting on a good bit. And we go through waves, you know. Sometimes you're obviously more laden than others, but when you got extra buds, isn't it fun, babe? We jam them in them. We put them in our. I got different bags. I got different micron bags for different things.
Yeah, and you know it's shameful to say, but we have not even pressed one bud in this new house.
Nope. I got,
you know, it's just
90s. I got
shame on you.
I got 35s. I don't think we have any 25 bags for pressing. I'm not talking about making hash bags. I'm talking about pressing this shit out. We have 90s. I think we have like, man, there's one in between there. I can't remember what it is between 90 and that because we didn't know what we were buying. I bought an array of them, you know?
Yeah.
I've never had hash rosin. I've never had it. I bet you that stuff is great.
And then, you know, you can keep your pucks and then you can put them in with you can put them in with your edibles and get a little, get the stuff. Cause I think there's still stuff in there and they're pretty much I don't know if it's considered decarbed or not, to be honest with you. I always was focused on that based on how much
Well, it's
the,
heated. It's heated
Yeah.
though, so.
but I decarb at 225 when I'm making oil. And I don't know if somebody presses,
Oh,
if you press it like 170 something, 175, or, whatever a low temperature is, because it
Right
seemed
on.
like a temperature, you get a good taste on it. Just the return wasn't as good, it seemed like.
Yeah, the higher the temperature, we got like it got dark in color, and
We're going to do some pressing shows and get into that
Yeah.
this year and try to maybe check it out. What's up, Puffy?
That'd be
How you
cool.
doing, man?
How you guys doing? Can you hear me okay? Am I coming
we
through
can
loud
hear
and clear?
you great.
Yep.
Loud and
Hey.
clear. It's just Puffy.
Plants look
Hey,
Uh,
Buffy.
How you doing? Finally got that light put back together. Rowdy was
Rowdy
kind enough
saved
to
the
send me that.
day.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is
That's
nice.
great.
That is so
Community.
awesome. That didn't take long for you to get that back up and running.
No, I actually didn't replace. I mean, the part came with the extensions. So if you want a daisy chain, you connect them all together. I had all that into one switch, into the dimmer switch, and I just went ahead and desoldered those lines and just resoldered it to the switch, which that's all I needed to replace. The extensions, I didn't need to replace those, so didn't want to mess with all that shrink wrap and everything that they had on all the connections.
Yeah, I could see where that would be. You want to do all that.
It made it easier.
Hell yeah, I'm glad to see that back up and running, and that didn't take very long at all. And I do want to say, again, Rowdy, awesome Gromy for coming through like that. But it doesn't surprise me because this community is full of amazing people. And that just gets sharing and playing it forward and just
Yep.
I'm always in
Yeah,
awe.
now he allowed me to go ahead and get these ready to flip them,
Nice.
because those are the next ones that were ready, and they are past ready. They're about 4 feet tall right now, and
I
that's
was
about
gonna say, dude,
Oh
that's about
my
a foot
God.
a foot taller than I like to see them.
you got a monster on your hand there.
Yeah,
This
Well,
is gonna
these
be
are the
like my
max,
last
so-
row.
yeah. The
Oh,
light's going to end
man.
up being the top of my tent when it's all said and done, but it's all right.
You're maximizing your space, Puffy.
Yeah,
Hey, that's
yeah.
it. That's it.
You
Yeah.
can keep it from getting any nasties in there, then that's the way to roll, right? You'll still have your
Yeah.
crap. You say that's Mac?
Yeah, these are Mac. Well, all of them, but this one here. This one is the Slurricane that I've kept. So the other
Okay.
three are all Macs.
We're smoking some Mac. I don't know if it's not a capulator cut. It's MSNL Seeds version of Mac, but
I don't know if this is a capulator cut or not. I mean, I didn't get it from seed. It was from a cut.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That might be legit, bro. Especially where you live.
But I can't verify it though. That's the thing. I wish I could verify it, but I can't.
Well, not yet. You never know. You might be able to taste it, share it with someone that is like, yes, I can vouch for this. Is
That's a
definitely,
good point.
you got
Well, that's the thing. I don't know if I've ever had the original Mac
I wonder if
1.
Aaron and them have had it. Huh. Well, hey,
And
hopefully it's
I know
Right.
Spartan Grown is flowering some out. I don't know if those are capulators cuts or not either. I have to ask him to find out.
yeah, I thought that
He-
was
I think he's like 3 weeks into flower right now, 3 or 4 weeks. So I'll just compare mine to his whenever I get to that point and see what they're looking like.
right
Cool.
on. I gotta say,
Good idea.
D
Hey,
Grossum
D.
Booth, man. Welcome to the show. And what's going on there? You got some wind damage or what's happening?
No, we got some dead shit. The killing continues.
it happens, man. It happens.
Over and over again. I think I know the problem. This bulb is too old and they grow up to it and then it's just not enough. I got a couple more coming. This keeps happening and within a week they're just done.
What bulb is that? A CFL?
No, it's a T5. It's like
Yeah.
2 years old. It's like 17 watts. It's been on for too long, and
You
I
gotta
think
set that thing right
that's
on
my
top
issue.
of them, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. You need
Yeah.
Those
Yeah,
have to sit right down on top of it because they're
two
just
inches
it's
width.
not enough light.
it's toast now.
When you switch that
So here-
bulb, you're gonna see that's gonna be nice. Hell yeah. And it also keeps, the only thing it sucks is if you're not watching your shit, it'll grow right into it. You know what I mean? And that's the
Yeah.
thing about them T5s. You gotta peek in your room there a couple times a day. We've had them grow up there.
Oh, yeah.
It gets a little too hot, you know.
But yeah, Smut's right. And at first I'm like, wow, we're putting that right on top of them. And
We've
yeah,
had to move it like, move it in the
you gotta move it. Yeah,
once a day or something, you know.
Twice to be safe from me.
Those are your seeds though, right? Those are like,
Yeah, it's okay if they die. I got more.
Yeah, I got some plants that look like that. Some seedlings that a little bit longer now, but they're laid over like that. They're still living, so you're good. They might pick themselves back up. Some of mine
Yeah.
did.
I think these are retired.
Don't throw them away till they shrivel up.
Yeah, yeah. I'll water them a bit when I get the new light tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go.
These two little bags are my Cocoa for Cannabis Cola Challenge. What's a cola? Hopefully they make it past this stage. I want to see what the fucking cola is. So there's this
have
bit
you
of
have you not hit
unhappiness.
harvest? Is this your first time growing?
No, I'll show you some other stuff, but everyone wants me to change the booth name, and it's like, no, this is no, like here it is. When I can stop doing this shit and train my plants and manipulate them with intent that if I do this at this time, this is what it'll do for me, and I can repeat shit like that, then I'll change the booth. But when stuff like this keeps happening and other stuff, it's like, I gotta wait.
All you're doing is predicting the future. That's all you're doing is predicting the future. You're
Yeah.
telling them what you will be doing, so you're good. Keep the name.
We're getting there. So I'm gonna turn this off and switch to happier places. Let's go over here.
you got
And,
multiple. You got another grow tent. I know there's a
We
flower.
got lots of shit to show
I'm
off
firing
here.
this one up.
Hi to lots of people in chat that I haven't really interacted with before. We're such good friends for me lurking in chat that they don't know me or anything. So sorry about that. And hello to everybody. We go way back. They just don't know it.
Yeah.
So, oh shit! These need watering too.
Hey man.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
we're
start
ready.
hospitals. All right, yeah. Underwatered. We're not overwatered. These are underwatered. This is what underwatered looks like.
They'll perk up for you in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
I like your
Yeah. Give us some water a couple hours. That'd be good.
So let's get on it here. Here's some content for you.
I like it.
So come back to me, baby. This is booth business. Boofing ain't easy, in case you haven't heard. Now these are my first 2 tops that is successfully rooted, and they belong to these 2.
I remember
So-
when. Yeah.
Nice.
And I moved them over from that 2-week light over to this one so that they don't die. So there's my little bit of learning here. This is underwatered. I have a history of overwatering, hence the booth. These are now underwatered and need to be watered, but the training's coming nice. There's that one and this one.
Hey,
I just laid them out
congratulations.
a bit yesterday, hoping to go to flower in like 3 weeks or so. Yeah, sorry.
No, I wanted to say congratulations. You won those air pots. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm
excited.
jealous. I'm jealous.
Aw. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I hope I do
Congrats.
wonderful things with them and make you really jealous. And
Well,
not
if you
kill
want
all
to really
kinds of
make
crazy
me
shit.
jealous, then you'll
Yeah?
run them alongside fabric pots. That'd make me real jealous.
Do a side by
Right,
side.
that's why you wanted it.
Yeah,
right.
that's why I wanted them. Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
There's,
I'll give that a whirl.
No, I didn't say to make me jealous. I said if you really wanted to make me jealous, that would do it. I'm not saying to make me jealous.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you,
So sorry.
we nerd had a good idea. You ought to try some cocoa. And you'll be able to water them 3-4 times a day. You won't have no worries.
I have a fresh bale of new soil that I need to get to, so I don't have room for more.
I
Let's
got
add
you.
more of this, and then it's like we'll go to the happy place. These are all pretty sad over here. So I checked that I am day 42 of flower. So let's go over here and have a little look see at day 42, and I'll turn the light down so they don't look as yellow.
Yeah, then we'll
A couple of them are freaking yellow. Actually, they're kind of greenish for yellow. All right, so
we'll jump back over to Puffy. He got a whole basketball team crammed in the corner over there. There's a lot of plants right there.
Oh, those are mostly Tal's genetics back in the back.
Okay.
That's all those ones that had fallen over.
Well, check those out. Now there's some nice flowers on them, D. That thing it doesn't look like it's washed out any more than it did last week.
no, it's bouncing back a little. They're not quite as yellow.
Yeah.
Nice even canopy.
The other ones still look good. Oh yeah.
And the green is getting closer to similar. Well, not really, but closer. And then as for even canopy, I need to get them to grow more vertical next time. I got the width, but I want vertical. I was able to control my watering enough to stack them and not get huge separate nodes, so that I'm growing some colas and they're stacking up. But I don't really know how to grow one or any one, yet alone one. So I don't know.
So why do you want them to go taller?
Um,
You just want a deeper
I-
canopy?
I want a short leg, but I also want some more stretch so I can get more biomass. So I like that my canopy is, this one here is almost maybe close. Well, it's about 50-50, the legs to the canopy. I would like my legs shorter than the canopy, but I'm thrilled with 50-50. But if I could also get them to stretch a little more, so I didn't have the intensity of the light quite up enough, because I'm trying to underlight them as I'm learning not to kill them. So that's my goal. I want short legs, and this is looking really nice and everything, but I want even longer colas. So I'm trying to fill it up with all colas, no little suckers coming off, wasting energy. That's what I think my plan is as I learn this.
Well, that's a commendable goal, man. I hope to see you. Hopefully, well, you come
That's
on
you
our
predicting your future.
yeah, you come
Yeah.
on the show a lot, man. So we get to watch all this go down, man, and watch you harvest and hang them up and dry them and get new seeds going. Some of those colas right there, I believe, are seeded, if I recall correctly.
2 of these plants hopefully will have some seeds that I use some Irie Jack the Ripper F2 male pollen from. If I stored it right in my freezer and brought it out and put it on these girls at the right time, maybe I'll get some pretty nice seeds. That's what I'm hoping. We'll see. Pollen chucker, plant killer in full effect.
Having a blast. Hey, you're having fun, man, and you're doing your own thing.
Yeah.
You're learning how you
Yeah.
want to learn and at your own pace. And, you're the one that pays the bills and buys the stuff and do what you want to do. So, and you're understandable about, you take a lot of information on all these shows. And it seems like you're pretty open-minded to regurgitate that back out. And that's how we all do it. We kind of take what we want and leave the rest behind, right? And whatever fits in our situation, we plug it in, try it out, whatever. And it's always fun to learn as you go, right?
Yeah.
And there's so many ways to get there. There's so many different avenues and different methods. And
I want to
It's
go DWC, don't we, babe?
yeah, he's pushing to
Maybe
want to
110.
do that. We're talking more and more about it.
No bugs at the bed.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going doing some organics this spring too.
There you go.
So,
That's
Gonna get with Aaron and see how he builds his soil and kind of give it a shot and see how it does.
that's exciting. To new horizons, right?
Yeah.
Hey, there's one question for you in the chat, D. Before we move
Yeah.
on, I wanted to ask.
Okay.
Puffy some of them things out. They said, "Can you ask D how soon into flower he applies the pollen?" I'm interested in doing some pollen testing.
Okay. I try and wait to see big white healthy pistils. So second or third week is when I did it.
Okay.
And that question came from Seed Person. I don't know if you-
Easy person.
Yes, person one. Yep. Cheers, man. Toasties burn, sky overhead, Texas weed hopper, weed nerd still with us there. 52 people here.
Jay-
Jay Hills. It was fun seeing Jay Hills. They joined up small tubes.
Super Bob.
Jay Hill stuff
Scrubs.
looks awesome. Oh my gosh.
Jay Hills lace. Yep.
He's coming along.
Brian
I'm gonna turn my
Ford.
camera off and go back to chat. Nice seeing you, and I'll see you soon. Any questions, let me know. I'm turning the camera off so I can go and watch.
See you later.
Yeah.
I'll see you.
Thank
Maybe I
you.
can still talk.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Mute me while I
Awesome to have you with us. So you got the American one's genetics going on, Puffy. Let's talk more about that.
Yeah, I got Amy Aces and Violet Beauregard going. Let me stop what I'm doing here, get you guys in there a little bit closer.
Nice. Thank
See if
you.
I don't get the Faraday cage effect going on here.
Speak of the devil, and
Yay! The American one. That's awesome. So you'll get to show the American one.
two out of
So maybe pump the brakes a little bit so he can join in, and we'll get that going on. Hi, Tao.
Hello, Crispy, Smart, and who else is here right now? We got
Hey,
Dee
Tao.
and
Hey, Tao.
Puffy D and Artman. How's everybody doing? Yeah,
Fantastic.
I'm a little nervous, Smart and Crispy, because Amy is just so hot. I'm nervous you're not going to be as quite enticed by the Violet.
Well, I don't think that you should be worried about that. She's fun. One of hers is a little spicy, trying
I
to,
heard, yeah, I was listening.
but it's an adventure. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the Violet, no matter what she does. I just want to say that we are grateful, and there's nothing for you to worry about.
Now, do you guys are on automatic watering? They all get the same, right?
not right now.
We will
Oh.
be doing that. We're going to be setting that up, but yeah, they're not getting all the same thing right now.
We haven't set up the auto fertigation yet. We've been hand watering, and excuse me, I gotta put this out for me.
So let me just quick. The violets are on the left or the right in your picture?
Left.
Okay.
Yeah. You can bring it up here. I should have been spotlighting everybody. Damn, I've been sleeping all night.
I was going to say something, but I thought you did that on purpose.
Nah, man, I was just sitting here. I don't know why. When we
Giving you
spotlight,
hell.
it stays small on my screen anyhow. I'm so used to it now. Yeah, there they are, man. On the left, they got topped twice and big fan leaves. Especially this girl in the front got some big fan leaves. The one in the back's was showing some cow mag. Plus, it got in a tussle with that fan there a little bit. So,
Okay. Well,
the fan won.
Well, the fan got
Yeah,
like
that should've-
one or two, but that, what's
Yeah.
concerning us is the cow mag.
Yeah, it's got the spots, the telltale spots, and I think it's starting to come around a little bit. I don't think it's going to get worse on us, but hopefully it'll it'll be all behind us.
We're gonna try our best and throw whatever we have at it to take.
So, and that's what you're seeing is black necrosis dots, right?
Yeah, they're the little brown dots. It's just
Yeah, I think that's more calcium, but
you know, I gave it a couple. We've been giving it foliar sprays for the last 3 or 4 days now.
Yeah.
but yeah, that should definitely help.
Why won't it go away? Why no? It won't.
And we, we increased its EC.
EC? Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Increased the EC, so we're watching that too. We
Yeah.
thought maybe we should give it a little more, and they're responding well to that, and we're happy.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll send them girls into flower under the best conditions we can possibly get, Kyle. They're gonna get a real nice array of they're gonna get a fair shake in the tent,
Oh, I know you guys wouldn't do it wrong. I know.
No,
that.
I'm saying I'm really excited about it because there's 2 different ones this time. With Amy, we only had 1 plant, which turned out great. But I'm wondering if
Right.
the people give us, will they be very similar? Will they grow the same? Will they get the same bud densities and shit like that? Because I'm just curious. They're the regs, man. Regs really, I want to really watch them a little bit more than the other ones.
Okay, yeah.
Trying to see
So
how
who do we have on screen right now?
that's Puffy.
Puffy D.
Oh yeah. There's the ones that I got from you.
You got a lot
These right
going.
here. Yeah, these right here are the violets, and these are the Amy's.
Okay.
Except for this one here, that's a citral glue. But yeah, these over here that have fallen down, they're starting to come back
Starting
up.
to come up. Yep.
Yeah.
I see that. Yeah.
All
cool,
of them.
cool.
Well, this one's struggling a little bit, but I don't have that killing attitude, so I'll let it go.
There you go.
But all
Good.
these came up pretty good. I mean, other than they look neglected, but they'll be all right.
They're ready. Yep. They'll be good. Awesome.
Shit, yeah, man. What else is in there? What's all that other stuff?
These right here are all super lemon haze. This one here is sunshine lime, and then these right here are the New Year's grow.
Nice.
They all came up, so 100% on those.
Yeah, man. Same here. That's nice. Nice.
So yeah, I've got way too many plants going right now, and just trying to manage.
Well, that's good because then if some are weak or don't make it, you could let them go. Or
Oh yeah, that's always been my attitude in growing is if something's weak or just not doing well, I'll get rid of it. It's not that big of a deal. I've got plenty of plants behind it to take its place.
yep.
And
I like
those getting ready to be flipped. Just as soon as I finish getting everything set up over here.
Now, are you moving them into there?
Yeah, into this tent. I've got these are for my 1 cola challenge. I'm gonna be doing 3 of them, 1 of each strain, and then the other 3 pots will be sitting here.
Got
No shit, dude. That's cool. You got a little mini setup.
I
for
like
3.
it.
Are you doing 3?
The only thing
ones?
is that's going to be a pain in the ass to get dialed in, as far as how much to each pot, because these will all be 3-gallon pots, and then all these will stay 1 gallons. So it's going to be it's going to be an adventure trying to get that dialed in.
But that should be fun.
That's part of challenge.
Yeah. That's
Gotta have fun.
that's the thrill of it, man. It's something new, something different. I've never done it before, so yeah, I'm game. I'm not scared.
I wanted to ask you a question. You don't have to answer if you're keeping it proprietary. And how are you gonna do? Are you gonna train? Are you gonna cut your laterals off as they come? Or are you gonna wait until a certain time, strip it down all at once?
It depends on how fast they're getting tall. If they're getting too tall, I don't know. I mean, I may throw another light in here just to put it right on top of those 3 to keep them from getting too tall, because they're from seed. I'm not doing clone. I'm not, starting it late or anything like that. I'm just going to go ahead and start it from seed, and then just try to manage it throughout that whole 3 months.
Is there any kind of rules with this one cola challenge? Like when you flip the flower, it's got to be no lateral branching. Is that what it
Right.
is?
When you flip,
Okay.
there can't be any secondaries. Yeah.
All right. Because I was like, shit, if you just chop the lateral branches off anytime you want, you can just wait till the end and chop them all up.
Just leave the single cola.
Yeah, now it's a single cola.
We
I was
have to
gonna say-
document these throughout the grow, so they'll know.
Right.
The grow leaders will know.
There you go. I remember reading an article about dudes that were in I think it was Vietnam. I'm almost sure it was Vietnam. It could have been Laos. I don't know. But the long and short of it is they were talking about this ganja farmer there that they had encountered. And that's what he did. He chopped off all the branches. It was just sticks and main coals at the top. And I guess he did it on purpose. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to try and find that article. It was definitely in the high times at some point. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, that's what they said. That was one of the things that they did on purpose. That's a nice little chunk.
Yeah, that's a chonky. Let me get it big.
That's the Canatrol bud.
The first round of Canatrol buds. What's the verdict?
I haven't smoked it yet.
Is it dry? Is it
Yeah, it's dry. It's smokable.
okay?
It's gonna have a little bit of that green taste to it because that's gotta break down. But yeah, it's definitely smokable right now.
How many days?
The best part about this, the selling point for me, is the fact that you cannot smell it until you bust it open.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's cool.
Now, after you jar it up, does it must start smelling after, right?
I've only been in jars for, let's see, when did I jar these up? The first, so it's only been 4 days?
Yeah.
They want a live smoke sesh with that bud in the chat. They're calling for it.
Hey, Puffy D, is those all water bottles on the ground, or you got some alcohol in those other ones?
No, those are all, that's all RO water.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do some water. I just let the chlorine evaporate off. But
I've got an RO system, so I don't have to worry about it. It just takes so damn long to fill up a 1 gallon jug with my system because it's only, I believe, a 50 gallon a day, something like that, 50, 75.
Yeah.
It's not a lot. So, yeah, I tend to just fill up a whole bunch of them. Yeah. That way that they're not too cold, because my water, especially during the winter, it's really cold. Coming into this room. So I like to get it to room temperature before I start mixing newts into it.
That's a smart move, and
especially the silica.
And God forbid if the O-ring or whatever, for some reason your RO fails, you have all those jugs full at least.
Yeah. Plus I do 3 of the big 5 gallon, the blue, the big blue jugs. I do 3 of those as well.
I do. Yeah, that's what I fill up my filtered water in those things.
Yeah.
He's a prepper. He's prepping for his fresh water.
It's good to be prepared.
Yeah, in case something happens to city water, man, I gotta be able to feed my plants.
Yes, that's right.
At least a few days.
Here comes Kyle with the camera action. What are we seeing? Black and yellow, black and yellow. There we go.
Nice.
You turn your there. Look at that. Those are the autos, huh?
Yeah.
Chunky.
See, on my screen, I hate this. It doesn't look good.
It never does it justice of what you're seeing.
I know.
Yeah, I even got
human eye.
I got the sunglasses on it too.
I can see the rails and everything. It looks frosty as hell.
So this is the what do they call it? What is it called? Gassy auto. Yeah, let me get to where the sunlight's in it or the light's in it. Yeah. And then this one over here is the Gelato 41 auto. Let me see if I can come around the side over here. This thing is still bulking up too. but it's like
Hey.
it's like a different, you know, the different. It's almost like sativa growing buds. You know what I mean? It's like a whole bunch of hairs,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the calluses aren't filling in yet. Like on this one, yeah, they're different, but they're pretty freaking beefy, and they're pretty beefy. Yeah, now I got the lighting. Hold on, let me see. There we go.
They look good, man. That's pretty.
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Are they really firm?
Nice harvest.
Really dense?
Yeah, so this one, I could see through this one at one point. Now I can't.
Well, that's a good sign.
Oh, it
Kyle got
smells
like a
good.
Hulk hand, man. It looks like a hand that you would break your face or something, you know? Like a big paw.
I have big hands, big everything. You know what I'm saying, kids?
Yeah.
I'm blessed.
It just
Big
reinforces.
gloves.
It just reinforces the Vin Diesel boy. He puts a big hand in there. It's like yeah. No, those
Here's
look
one
good, man. They do. You got them. You got them in big
yeah.
old 5-gallon drywall buckets. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I took most of the pull downs off of that one because they were, see, it's already leaning over a little. This
Yep.
one here,
Yep.
going towards that light. I took off the hold downs. It didn't even move. So, but yeah, it's more. I hope Marcus Greenthumb is still in the chat. I wanted to let him see while he was here too. But yeah, that's all.
Well, I'm
Cool,
glad
man.
you shared, and you said that you were they're not so bad. You're having fun.
Oh yeah, no, I can't believe how monstrous they got compared to the last run I did. And I think this one's almost done over here. But I took a little snip off and put it under the microscope. It was cloudy, but a lot of clears left. So I'm just gonna let them go, man. I have the room. I don't need to have that room. So
Yeah, they're ready when they're ready. Like
Mhm.
not when you want them to
Fire in
be.
the bull, Puffy.
that's right, Crispy. People got to remember that shit too.
Puffy took the
Uh-huh.
first hit of Canatrol, but I think. Is
Nice.
that the first rip, Puff?
That's the first rip. This is the
Ooh.
Slurricane.
Does it smell good?
Oh, it smells delicious. Like you bust open the bud and that smell just smacks you in the face, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
It might taste a little like sometimes.
yeah,
it
it's got a little green taste to it, but you can definitely taste the terps coming through. It just needs a little bit longer.
Yep.
and it's so cool to be able to taste and test like that.
It's a cool pipe.
And watch it change, man.
It's
Boom.
just, that is amazing to me too.
How many days has it been, Puffy?
Do what?
How many days it been since you put that in the Canatrol?
I jarred it up on the first. I let it go for 5 and 5. 5-day dry, 5-day cure.
Nice.
So 14 days, 2 weeks since I harvested.
Okay.
Nice.
Got it.
I wanted to say hello to Collective Mary Jane just joined us.
Hey, everyone.
Cheers.
I'm trying to
Okay.
figure out how to switch the camera because I set one of those background things and now I can't figure out how to shut it off.
Take your time.
Tap the screen.
Struggle's real.
While you're doing that, I wanted to say our friend Sky Overhead posted a link for his wife's YouTube. She's been working hard at making content. Please subscribe if you like, and thanks everybody. So if you scroll back just maybe five minutes there or something, you'll see it, and spread some love right there.
Yeah, I clicked that link. I went ahead and gave his wife a follow. Now, when you come back, make sure you hit live chat. Don't get stuck in top chat because that almost happens to me every time.
Yeah, they throw you in there by default for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that odd?
No, I still can't get it. More.
You have to go down to video settings. If you go to the camera, it should be a little arrow or something pointing down. Click that.
Yeah, there's background and effects, and I'm in it, and it says none, but
Now it's off.
Now it's off.
yeah, That's the front facing one. I'm just gonna start.
Right.
I'll spin it around.
Well, listen, if you tap your screen, the little camera should pop up with the arrows.
Well, he's
Not-
talking about taking the background effect off. If you tap your screen, you should have a little camera symbol. It looks like little sparklies in it. If you tap that and hit reset all, it'll take it off.
Camera symbol sparklies. I don't see that anywhere. I'm in Zoom. Is this supposed to be YouTube or?
No, it's
No,
Zoom.
you're in Zoom. Now you want to switch it to the back camera, or when you switch it, it goes to your back camera?
I had it on a little tripod on the front camera, but this is the back camera, so this worked too. But
Oh, okay.
I got 2 Black Apple Hitchcock clones from Philly Boy. He hooked it up. I had a giant problem when I went away to Cancun. My mother came over, watered my plants. I came back. Every single one of them was a male.
Oh, snap.
That's a hurt piece.
It
many
is
plants?
seven males.
All 7. Damn.
I
Sorry.
split a pack of 88 G13 hash plant and Sky Cuddler Kush F3. I got free from Daga. I gave half of it to Steve Reisner from Potent Ponics at the March Philly meetup when we did a gift seed exchange.
So you got all the girls, huh?
I got all the boys. He
Yeah.
better have all the girls because if they turn out to be all boys.
Shit.
It's
Good
not
friend.
Tal's fault.
But
Yeah,
stuff.
that happened to 2 people that I sent beans to, supposedly. And the one person I know was knowledgeable enough not to mistake a boy for a girl. So I gotta believe it. I gotta believe it happened. Yeah.
Oh yeah, stuff happens. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why like I'm giving out free beans at the Keystone Cannabis or the Pocono meetup for Pennsylvania. I'm testing
Ooh.
every single one of the 4 batches. That's just the first 2 batches. I'm just doing a couple there. I'm doubling them up in pots, and then I'm just gonna flip them in my 12-12 tent. This I tried doing the single cup challenge or the single like bud. That one's 9-pound hammer. That one's 9-pound hammer. But I just couldn't chop down the side ones on that one. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not going to join it. I'll just do it alongside of people. And
Are those in flower already?
yeah, these are little guys in flower. I kept them small in a solo cup. And then I flipped them last minute into a little 3-gallon pot with like a little bit in the bottom.
They look so little, dude. Why?
Oh, they are. Well, I was trying to do the small solo cup challenge, but keep it small.
Okay.
And so like
Oh.
half of this pot isn't even used. It's
Right. The roots ain't even in there yet, even. Yeah.
I mean,
Tal
I
was
let them
sounding
go.
heartbroken.
But I'm more or less impressed with these Black Apple Hitchcocks I got from Philly Boy. His I think his number 4 just had such frost on it. It looked really good.
And so the seeds that you got there are the ones you made, you're saying, yeah?
Yeah, these are the first generation or the F1 or technically F1 or F2 or whatever. It's I open bred that all and then four females, 2 males, and just tons of beans. I got 2 Ziploc baggies already, and I'm just gonna give out a bunch of free beans.
Is that the first time you made seed?
First time I've ever done this. I've grown for like 14, 15 years now.
Yeah, dude. Once you start down
Oh.
this road, you like every plant. So once I made seeds, and then like I pop in seed packs. Every time I pop the seed pack, I'm like, man, I want to keep this male. Man, I want to breed with this thing. I want to do this. It's addicting. It's all addicting. Growing it, and then once you start breeding, I think I'm addicted to it all, man.
I have some old genetics from like back in 2008 when I was getting from Attitude Seed Bank and stuff. I have a THC subcool like coffee cup. I got rare dankness. I got the original Ghost Train OG Haze back in the day. I got Granddaddy Purple from the original Granddaddy Purple breeder.
Dude, you should start those up because they're getting old, kid.
They've been old, and I'm so worried about them. I don't want to start them until genetic testing gets better, and then they're technically safe. If I can get 2 of 10, that's a win.
Okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense, I guess.
At the same
except I
time,
don't know, because they've done studies where they kept them like at least I think it was 10 years, and I want to say I think they maybe went 14 years, but I don't know. I'll have to look. But the USDA did a thing on hemp seed because hemp was real deal, man. It was like part of our country back in the day. So they did experimentations on the best way to keep hemp seed. And yeah, if they're stored properly, they'll supposedly definitely last like with a 98% germination rate after 8 to 10 years. If they're stored proper.
I don't know. I keep them in one of those little fire safes with some dry packs, and then I don't know. I always kept them like out of the sunlight, but it's still just not
Now
too
the dry.
great.
Do you know what the dry packs are like listed as? They're not zero humidity, right?
No, but like the ones you get from shoes, and then you're supposed to take them out and leave them in sunlight.
Yeah,
The
but
silica
for your
packs?
seeds, right?
Yeah.
They're specifically for seeds, though. Yeah or no?
No, not specifically for seeds. I generally find
okay.
I find large ones for like, I don't know, everything like book bags, shoes.
Yeah, I find them and shit and save them too. And you could dry them out on, you could dry them out too, and like continue to use them. But I don't know. You might get them too dry. I
You
heard
can order
that
them
could be a
too. I think they're
possibility.
called desiccant packs or something like that.
Yeah, definitely desiccants. Yep.
And then you
This
yeah. What's in there,
This-
man?
this is family tree seeds, garlic. I bought garlic from him. I bought
Oh.
his purple popping corn, his yellow popping corn, his his purple flower corn. I bought a bunch of actual veggies off him
That's
and
fucking
started
cool.
doing the garlic.
That's cool.
That is awesome.
It is.
But
I like the variety.
You got all kind of shit going on too. I like a lot of people come on. They got multiple things.
happening in their garden. It's
Yeah.
exciting.
It gets hard
Oh,
to
yeah.
keep track of them all. Hey, I like those little terracotta auto water things you got there. Those are just like a little drip kind of deal, or what is that? Or is that just for humidity only?
that, pretty much in the wintertime, I've been doing that for humidity more or less. I mean, they get sucked up into the soil pretty quick, but I'm like 20% down
Yeah.
here normally, and that's outside the tent. Inside the tent, if I have those things going, it goes up to like 40 or so, 55, and then it's more reasonable and they'll take it. And
Yeah,
We're talking about grafting in the chat.
it definitely got dry.
You guys ever do any grafting? That's not something that people do for cannabis.
Yeah,
Right.
people do.
Yeah, no.
Some people do.
Yeah, there's a guy on YouTube that has like 12 or 14 different strains on one plant.
Are you guys having a hard time hearing that, Art Man?
He's a
Yeah,
little
but I
low,
got
but
him.
I can hear him.
Exactly. And there was that guy Cannabis Originum or Organum, everybody cuts Nick Bella. He grafted plants all the time.
Really?
Yeah, real easy.
So is there an
like, too. He
advantage in
showed-
that?
Yeah, I was gonna say because the
it's just
grafting is usually done on like citrus and shit because
Oh.
you want to graft a different strain to a native rootstock, but it doesn't really make sense in cannabis.
If you have a plant limit, you could have like 10 different strains on one plant and veg.
Yeah, I guess.
Wow.
There you
Here's one
go.
thing.
Perfect.
Come on.
Plant count.
I've got a plant count. You think that bothers me? Does it look like it bothers me?
I hear that much you do. But
I don't have a count, but I'm hoping we get one soon.
what I wish I could
No,
do
man.
is put put 7 different strains and then put that one male branch on there out in the woods and then come back to fully seeded
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can
branches.
see
That would
that.
be cool, right?
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
That would be a long time investment, though, doing that.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, but no.
I mean, I guess in the end, it would probably be worth it. I guess.
Yeah, at least it would be an experience. But he
Yeah,
used
if you
to-
got
he
the
used to
outdoor space
graft
and
them.
everything, I'll see why not. I'm all
Dude,
about
it was-
experimenting.
Yeah, it was amazing how he grafted. He would graft. They were little itty bitty stems. Like I don't even know if there was. I guess there was some sort of woody material on the inside. I don't know, but he grafted really small little branches. It was amazing. Yeah, he was I don't know what happened. He stopped like hanging out and stuff.
He was
But he's super smart, and I'm pretty sure he still has his content up on YouTube. I should go find it once. All right.
Huh.
Sound
Everything
of silence.
Dead air.
we got yeah, I got 8 different things happening here trying to somebody
I cleaned my bong before I got on. That's why I was getting coffee and
Tal.
cleaning my bong.
your
I
ball.
talked to my
Yeah.
buddy from Long Island, and I forgot to ask him what town it was that he lived in.
Okay.
I told him about you and everything. He's like, "Oh, he's on Long Island." I was like, "Yeah." Oh, and he said something about hooking up. I was like, "Yeah." Oh, well, tell him exactly where I'm. I'll give you my address. Well, I never got his address or anything
That's
from
cool.
him.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, he's a cool guy." Said he'd meet up with you. So especially because he's looking to get into growing himself. He doesn't know anything yet, and
Oh,
he said he was
all
going to
right.
call me for advice. And I was like, "There's people over there in New York that I know that would be more than happy to help you get started."
Yeah. We should start a thing. Dude, I was a hermit for so many years, throwing my weed that, yeah, I pretty much dropped out.
It's yeah. The hermit thing, it really sucks, doesn't it, Tal? You know.
No way, man. I love it.
I know. I don't have to
when
worry
you get
about
to be-
anybody's problems.
Right, when you get
Yeah.
to be with me 24/7, dude. You don't yeah.
You better like yourself, huh?
I'm in heaven, man.
And your plants, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
It's your
And I mean, a
plants.
visit from a chick every once in a while don't hurt. But yeah, I'm
You're legal
fine
now,
being
man.
alone.
You can relax a little bit, you know.
And yeah, it is
Wow.
awesome loving on the plants.
See, person who just joined us there. You ain't got your ears on?
What's up, guys?
How's it
Seed
going?
person.
Welcome, seed person.
I was spacing out, and then I was like, nobody's talking. I was like,
See,
oh,
person?
well, I should say hi and jump on there.
Step up.
Thank you for coming on and
Let's see
saying
how we
hi. That's
do.
awesome.
Yeah, I was dropping stuff everywhere. So look at this.
Nice.
I remember this big pot when you setting it up. Let me put it on the big screen real quick.
Nice.
It's a spotlight for everybody. I think yeah.
We think we're getting
You're
it here.
crooked for me. Can you turn it or no? Is it crooked?
Yeah, it's sideways. But I guess it depends. There you
There you
go.
go.
There it is.
That's weird. I'm vertical.
Is the
I'm
lock
holding it
on your
vertical.
phone?
That
Wow,
is
look at that
bizarro.
thing in the back. That
Hang on
other
one second.
look at that thing.
Giant.
Like ball bats.
Orient-
Yeah.
Orientation.
How's
lock.
that?
Spread out.
I know
Does that
it's
work?
again.
No, it's still sideways, but we can see it. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
weird.
that's right
There we
ways.
go.
Atticus. Or,
What plant is that?
Yeah,
And I'm here,
right. He's like, I know I'm on TV, so
Oh, look at that V on his forehead. That's a cool cat, dude.
Yeah,
I
that is.
love it. Aw.
He likes to
Steal
be
the
on the
show.
screen, man. Showing some love, huh, Atticus?
he's been sitting over there. He just jumped up when I started talking. I think he was like, "Oh, I gotta get in the shot." Dude, I'm sold on sip containers. This thing is amazing. Look at this stuff.
What
going on
strain
in
is
here.
that?
This is Grand Champagne from 2020 Mendocino.
I like the look of that thing, dude. I really do.
Sounds
Me
exotic.
too, man.
I like the short stout ones. People like the stretchy
I like 'em
GMO.
short.
Yeah, I like them
short.
short and fat, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do. A lot of people don't. I like them tight nodes like that. Yeah.
I just grabbed an
This
earth box. I'm
thing.
excited for this sip container stuff.
That thing looks really healthy, you know.
Yeah, it
all the
does.
things look
Hell
perfect.
Nice thick
You've got your under
stock.
Beautiful
that
color all
I
around.
topped it a bunch of times, and I just like I cracked all these branches. I was super rough on it. I just like bent everything down.
Yep,
Getting handsy with it, huh? There you go.
Like
How big
broke
is that
everything
box?
off in here.
She's responding well, it looks like.
Yeah,
It,
dude.
it
That's,
just bounced right back.
the color on that is awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's the sip container, man. I haven't done shit except pour water in this little hole and spray it a little bit because I put a bunch of seeds down.
What all you got in there
I'm
for
gonna hold my
cover?
tongue.
What's that?
What all
Pour
you
water
got
down
in-
this little hole.
You pour
The little
water.
hole that you spray 'em.
Hey. Yes. Spray this. Oh shit.
I
I
said,
guess
I was wondering what you had for cover crop. Is it just clover or what is that? all that?
Oh, it's
Thyme?
so here's some sage. This is clover here, white clover. This is dill.
oh, dill.
There's some strawberries in here, but I haven't seen them pop up yet. And then I put a whole bunch of other stuff in here. Lavender, just a bunch of herbs, chamomile. I don't know if anything of that's going to come up because it was old seed packs from last year that I got from my garden from the other house. But I just threw a bunch of shit in here, catgrass and
That's cool, man.
yeah, I think I'm
special
gonna mulch
rocks.
it all. The little rocks, yeah.
I see.
I
'em.
figured it doesn't hurt, right?
Yep. I like it. I like it.
I do too.
You got a whole little ecosystem booming right inside that square, you know?
And what's that one?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, what's going on over there? That looks good too.
It sure does.
That's the white fire cookies,
All right.
which
That's cool.
yeah,
I didn't see
Artman's
that
got some
one.
of those.
Excellent. Looks healthy.
Where does those come from?
Sweet.
I got it from Amiko Seeds, which is the guy that did the created cookies in the first place, I guess. I don't know if anybody's heard of that.
I didn't know that. That's cool though.
That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's some dude in Europe that has a whole bunch of cookies shit and the original cookies. So he put out a whole bunch of crosses.
I always get confused on that. It seems like a lot of people want to claim shit, but you
I have
know,
a clip
I mean,
of that.
I don't know, but he's on Gas Lamp Seeds, Timber Genetics, and they've got some pretty good legit
yeah.
and I saw them, they had some seeds on there and they kicked them off after they had 15 different crosses that were all auto crosses, and they had them on there for super cheap was this one company, and Himbra put them all out there, and then after a little bit they got some bad reviews or something, they kicked that whole brand off and
Wow.
took the loss or something. I don't know.
Hey, that's integrity, man, and that says a lot, you know.
Yeah, so I figured anything from them is pretty legit.
No doubt.
I don't know, dude, but it looks. I
No,
love this plant structure.
I have no reason to doubt that at all, and that's a pretty cool. That's cool to hear that, and yeah, that plant looks happy and it is spreading out nice. How many times have you topped it?
So I topped it twice,
Okay,
and then I bent everything down.
nice. It's gonna get spread
A
out.
whole
And
scrub
I
of
guess
that.
looking good. Yep, I see it. The
This
soul
plant
survivor.
is that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I said that's the sole survivor over in the other corner. You just went to that other one.
Yeah,
Ball
yeah.
back there.
Look at that.
101 days.
Damn.
She's looking
I mean,
tall.
Nugs.
She's bussing.
Yo, there's no rot in there, is there?
no, I haven't
All right,
seen
yeah,
anything.
right where that thumb is, looked like there might have been in there. I
Some
know
of
it's
the leaves
green.
have died and shit.
It
But
died and went in. Yeah, yeah. That's what makes me nervous when I see the dead leaves in the bud like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
my
But
humidity is
it's
pretty
good.
pretty low in here. It's 40, 43.
All right,
Something
well,
like
don't
that.
beat. You just beat up that blood thing. You didn't have to get that crazy.
Dude, I really don't. I'm so sick of this plant. I'm ready to get it out of here, but it's still going. I can't kill it until I see it. It's got
Yep,
all white pistils.
yep.
Dude.
That's
Like,
why
that
I
one
still
was
got mine
started-
going.
When these were started over here.
Ooh,
Ooh, boom! There's the money
Yeah.
shot.
you saved the good stuff for at the end, huh? Look at that.
Oh,
Oh, there's the money shot.
There's the money shot.
Cat porn.
Don't step on me, Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Spartacus is in the way.
Oh, Seed Person, this is the freaking cheap home grow tent, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it is.
Damn, dude. Hell yeah. They're all looking awesome.
Thank you, thank you.
Which
Yeah,
one's
that New England rock candy. You had to get me some of that, right? That's the front left. Yeah,
Yep.
This one here, yeah.
Yeah, there
dude.
we go.
I like a
My
look
baby.
at all of them you got that. So yeah, what's behind that one?
This
Velvet
is the
Punch?
Snow Cane Spartan cut.
Shit. Look at that.
You guys all seen my plants.
Dude,
so
my
many
mouth's
times, but
watering this whole time right now.
it smells
Yeah.
crazy in here. There's Amy Aces.
Sexy bitch.
Uh-huh.
Tell me.
Everybody's got it.
Everybody's got it.
Well, here's the Velvet Punch. This one's going to be done first.
Ooh, Bubba Punch.
Velvet Punch from Jack
Yeah.
Greenstock.
It's got the purple hues kick in. Yeah, dude. Look at the frost on that baby.
That's a
She's a
phenomenal
beauty.
plant. What a great use of your space. You got 4 different variety in there, and they all look trained well. Nice even canopy. That's a lot. That's pretty impressive, man. If people think about that,
Yeah, I agree,
Nice
Smart.
job.
that's very impressive. Seed person,
Thank
is
you.
telling you. Hey,
Hell yeah, Seed Person.
Thank you. I appreciate your kind words. This is my first fill the tent grow, so I'm
Hell
excited that it went as well as it did.
dude.
Yeah.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
all my plants, not all my plants, but most of my plants look like this one. And I used to have like 8 of them stacked in a tent.
You've come a long way.
yeah, I'd say
You've come a long way.
Dude, that's gonna be some awesome freaking smoke you're gonna have right there, dude.
I'm very
prepared?
excited.
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
that's exciting. Hell yeah.
Know that.
you got a good stable place to dry at. You said it's pretty consistent down there, huh? You
I got the
tent?
herbs now.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the herbs
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I figured I could
I'm-
probably fit 1 plant per round in it.
I was gonna say how many trays you got.
I have 5 trays.
Okay.
So I figured I could fit an ounce per tray probably.
Like I just
He
want
said
to
cram
stick
'em
that
in
up my
there.
nose and smell that piece right now if I had it in my hand,
This was it was a
right?
bud that was hanging off the snow cane. It was hanging down below the trellis, so I just cut it off. I figured I'd try it out anyways.
Nice.
We've all done that.
Right?
Low hanging fruit.
Wasn't getting any light at all, so I was like, yeah. It was all bleached out. Like
I
light
like
green.
hearing,
Yeah,
like
gives you a
hearing
little
good
bit of
things.
preview.
I like hearing good things about that My Herbs Now dryer. You know, it's my interest is peaked. I'd like to try it eventually.
It
too.
gives you stability in your grow, doesn't it?
yes,
You
when
know?
you can have that.
You kind of assured that, that part will go well, as long as the genetics are good and you kind of did your part with the lighting and everything, you should get some nice buds out of there. And it's cool. He said cram it full, huh? So it can really handle some. And if you time it, what is that, a 4-day dry in there or something?
Yeah,
Before
4
that.
days, I think.
So if you can stagger your plants coming, you said, look, that one was going to be done first. You could stagger them by 4 days. You could really walk right through there, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping I'm gonna do.
And let's face it, the nicest thing about that My Herbs Now dryer is the price. It's a very affordable price tag.
Is it still available?
I think so.
Okay.
$199.
I don't know.
Now
I think he switched manufacturers though, and
something
he's
happened,
working with
right?
somebody in America now. Yeah, there was like a legal thing with a lawyer or something on his website that he had to deal with some, I don't know,
Yeah.
the wording of some
He had been
stuff.
So you got a wet trim it to put it in there, yeah?
You can just buck it off with the sugar leaves on.
Okay. All right. There you
If
go.
you go over to his Instagram, he's got a lot of good pictures of like other people that have some really nice looking plants in there. And then I just kind of copied what they did and it worked out.
That's a good way to do shit. Copy when you see something successful, copy it, That's yeah. I'm a big believer in steal with your eyes. Steal with your eyes. When someone told me that, yeah, it was mind blowing. I'm like, yeah, that's brilliant saying. Steal with your eyes.
No, there's a hey, there's Philly Boy right there. I believe one of the cuts from Collective Mary Jane's garden was from Philly Boy. So
Two of them, actually.
two of
Two.
them. Okay.
Here, I'll switch it over.
His ears must have been ringing. It's pretty cool to see everybody come and join us tonight. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year, everybody! If I didn't say it to you yet.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, happy New Year indeed. It's been a great one so far.
Yeah.
So
Two black
far,
apple
so good.
Hitchcocks.
How did you
Yep,
do
I
that
can
with two
I can
hands like
say
that?
that I am 100% on what I've done this year.
There you go.
Awesome.
Stayed on top of
Everything
it,
I've grown
100%.
has popped up 100%.
Same here.
Yeah, we got and that.
Yeah.
Good. That's a good feeling. Just fermentation rates.
And
are
then
up.
falling over.
That's a good way to start the year. That's a good point.
Better to have too many than not enough.
Yeah.
So blessed, very blessed.
Well, I guess
It's
it
a
is.
a good feeling.
It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, we
Shit.
gotta,
We better wrap it up.
That
wrap
went quick.
Yeah, it went quick, man. It
Time
just always goes fast when you're having fun, doesn't it?
It sure does. Time flies hanging out with you guys. So much fun. I just want to thank everybody for stopping on and coming and showing your garden and always hanging out with us, chat. You're what makes this show what it is, and it's always fun. Always fun hanging out with all you. Throw love to everybody. You wanna
It's your fault.
we want to start with Artman. You can tell us where they can find you and
I'm on Instagram, Artman420_. You can come on if you have any questions or anything. I'm there.
awesome.
And then next up, we can go to, it says the American one is next in line.
I'm the American one on YouTube and the American one _ with _ Keens on the IG if you want to hit me up and talk about anything. Thanks for the hospitality, Crispy and Smart. And yeah, it's always great hanging out with you guys. And yeah, have a great week, everyone. Yeah, or rest of the week.
Cheers,
Awesome.
Kyle. We'll get the Breeders Collective link put up in the chat there. We'll get Smiley's Garden and a couple other ones too. Next up on the list here, we'll do Collective Mary Jane.
Cheers, everyone. Collective Marijuana on Instagram. But just wanted to say, if you get males, don't let them get you down. You got Gromies, and they'll help you out and keep it going.
Yeah.
Right on, right on.
Awesome.
That's a good way. At least you put a
I
good
like-
spin on a
I like
shitty
it.
situation. And I guess that's always the best thing to do. All right, next up it says Puffy D.
Yeah, cheers everybody. Yeah, it's a good show. Had fun. You can find me on Instagram and Cocoa for Cannabis at Puffy D 1974. I post all my stuff over at Instagram, so you can go check it out over there. Got even my good, the bad, the ugly, it don't matter. I post it all.
Right
Yeah,
on.
have fun. Cheers, everybody.
And anybody in the chat that has like Hemp with Gigi has a channel, and they're welcome to share their links and stuff before we wrap it up here. There's the Amy Aces and some other links there for Smiley's Angel, the Breeders Collective, where you can find also find I believe Kyle and Smiley's is both located in one place there, along with some other really good gromies from the community. Try to get them all together. I think that's a pretty cool thing. Let's see here. Did we make it through the whole list? The chance on me. Who did we miss here?
We got D.
D Gross.
Gross and Boo.
I'm here.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, still here.
I show up in lives. I post some updates on my progress as I try and grow. And I want to get to know everyone. Nice hanging with everyone. Thank you. See you soon.
Right on, D. We appreciate you showing us all your stuff all the time. And you're like the bad, the ugly, and the Kent too sometimes. And we appreciate you being, showing us that stuff. So I'm smiling.
Hopefully they'll be standing up strong next time.
Yeah.
And if not, we'll plant more.
Right on. We're gonna go ahead and wrap
Thank
it
you.
up here. Everybody, hopefully we'll see you in the New Year's Grow Challenge and
See you on Sunday
see you on
for
Sunday.
the Sundays and Confused
Yes.
show.
Cheers, everybody, and grower